Hey guys, so as you can see, I am not in my typical setup, aka my apartment. I am currently in Dallas for I guess a layover because I'm on my way to Japan to finally move. I was gonna give like a month by month or update by update video, but everything kind of just happened at once, and so I couldn't do it. So I'm just gonna go ahead and do it now. So I guess we'll just start from the beginning. Come May, I got accepted to be an English teacher in Japan, and I got my certificate of eligibility. And I didn't really get my visa until last month in July, because they say that it's best to do it a month before. So that's what I did. I didn't really understand it, and I'm the type of person that likes to do things as early as possible. But if that's what they said to do, then I went ahead and just did that. And the process was pretty smooth. Again, I did live in Baltimore, so I had to go all the way to down to the embassy, Japan's embassy in DC, to get the whole process started. And it didn't take no more than about 5 days. So that was nice. The another thing that I also had, well, not another thing, but one thing that I did really have to struggle with is finding an apartment, and it wasn't necessarily on the. It wasn't really much of a struggle. More of when they're awake, I'm sleeping. When I'm asleep, they're awake. Um, when they're awake, I'm asleep, and when they're asleep, I'm awake. Yeah. So, it kind of delayed a lot of things. Also, coming from the fact that I don't really know how Japanese apartments work, I had to basically put all my trust within my realtor, which they were pretty, what's the word that I want to use? Open with how the process works and how everything is going to be once I get to Japan, or once I get my apartment, or once I find the apartment that I had. But it was just so, I feel as though that it took so long, or longer than it needed to be, mostly because of the fact of the time difference. And then also, August, I believe right now there's a holiday going on. So, fun fact, I won't be able to go into my apartment until September 1st. So, that's really great. Um, but once I get into my apartment, I will definitely, guys, give you the rundown. Right now, I'm going to be staying at an Airbnb, which is a little bit similar to where I'll be staying apartment-wise. But like I said, I'll give you guys the rundown once I fully get into my apartment. And I'm very excited, but I'm also very nervous at the same time. The nerves have actually set in, and the thought of me actually moving to Japan has literally just set in as soon as I got on the plane to come to Dallas. As soon as I got on the plane, I was like, I'm actually leaving. I'm actually leaving the country. And fun fact, very sad fact, I won't be able to bring my dog, so she'll have to stay here. And that, amongst a lot of other things, it's a thing that's gonna weigh heavy on me, because I used Urza for everything emotional wise, and Urza was a very great dog. But yeah, that is going to be one thing that really sets the whole like that. Not having my dog really sets in the whole thing for me, because yeah, if I was in the house, she was literally right next to me, but now I'm not gonna have her, so it's gonna be totally different. But with that being said, I am excited for new journeys, new experiences, new things like that. I did say that I wanted to be a teacher. However, I am contemplating on going back to school to do kimono dressing and getting a license in kimono. just because I thought that would be really cool. Um, I thought it would be really cool, and I mean, I already have kind of like a little bit of experience when it comes to costume design, because I went to school for it. So I kind of just thought, why not just use that and go from there? There are a lot of schools, not necessarily in my area where I'll be staying, but there are a lot of schools within Tokyo that will that specialize in it. So I think that once I'm really settled in, I will take a look at those places and see. But yeah, what's next? What else did I forget? Yes, I did say, I remember that I said that I was going to do the Otakon panel and I was going to record it, so you guys could see what it's like to host a panel. It never happened, and it didn't happen because I forgot. It didn't happen because one thing that I don't like about conventions is that if there is Wi-Fi, it's attached to a hotel, and you have to be staying at that hotel in order to use that Wi-Fi. So it's very hard to use it. Or if you're in a convention center, it's very hard to access that Wi-Fi because the Wi-Fi is very poor, or it just doesn't work at all. And so that's the issue I had. It was very poor and it didn't work at all. So I was running late on the panel, and I was like, you know what, rather than me trying to set up this whole thing so that I can record the panel, I'm gonna just go ahead and do what I need to do right now, because it would have just been too hectic. However, just to give you a little update on the panel, it did go very well. A lot of people enjoyed it. Very informative. A lot of people ask a lot of questions. That is one thing that I like about panels, is that people just ask questions. So I'm hoping that they got a lot out of it. And I'm always being asked, will I come back for a anime convention, and I don't know. I want to, maybe in the future, but as of right now, I don't plan on it. I want to kind of try the anime conventions in Japan and then see, what the situation will be. However, that is where I am right now, and life. Yeah, so this is probably going to be like the shortest video on my whole entire channel, but I wanted to just give you guys kind of like a little bit of an update as to where I am right now. So like the COE, so that's what I wanted to say. I went in the basic route, like the normal route made people from America do, which is like teaching English. But that was before I knew that you could come in during like a student or anything of that nature. I would say if you do plan on moving to a different country, or if you do plan on moving to Japan, make sure you know all the visas, because I definitely would have gone here as a student rather than teaching, just because I think it would have been easier for me. But so I got my COE, then I got my visa. I'm still, trying to figure out my apartment. It's under contract basically, but I didn't really pay for anything, so we'll see. And then I will definitely give an update after my first, couple days of work, after training and things like that. But until then, I will see you guys later. Bye.